Hello, YouTube. It is Friday, June 3rd, 2022. Straight up 6 o'clock p.m. And I'm heading to Bullock's pretty damn late today. Just woke up a little bit ago. Just couldn't get to sleep last night at all. I mean, it's kind of on me. It's not like I really went home and tried to get to sleep. But even when I finally did get home, I just couldn't get my ass to sleep. I don't think I made it to sleep until afternoon, which means I'm still running on really not enough sleep. But I got to get to the bar. I got to break down my gear. I doubt I'll have much time, if any, to work on music by the time I get there. Although I'd like to at least get one more song added. I did work on music last night after the show, same as last week, just with my situationship with Priscilla being what it is, and her just generally speaking always sleeping on the couch and not wanting me to touch her and getting pissed if I do. Yeah, just as soon stay at the bar, work on music. Didn't get much added. I'm running into a software issue that I've had in the past, where with the Wondershare YouTube downloader, where it maintains like a cache of and a list of everything that you've downloaded with it, and from that list you can open up the source page with a click and go directly to the file with a click, and then it maintains in a convenient chronological list like a bunch of statistics about the file as far as like the resolution, the file size, what have you, as well as a thumbnail. And there comes a point, at least on my computer, where if there's too many things in that list, the program starts having issues. It just kind of runs out of resources, starts crashing, locking up, misbehaving, what have you. And as I was working on music after the show last night, that happened. And I knew I was getting close to the point that it would start happening. I want to say it was probably at about 6,300 files in its cache when it started. I added a song to the downloader, and then suddenly I couldn't do anything with the program. Now apparently it from what I could tell, it did finish downloading that file, but it gave me no progress bars while it was doing it. The program completely froze, wasn't able to click on anything. I had another one I was getting ready to download with it, and I couldn't paste its URL in, and I just let it sit like that for a while, and then I did a force close from the task manager, and of course the task manager is telling me that it's running. So I guess the program was running. It did download that program. It was recording the windows it was running, but as I said, I couldn't click on anything in the program. Couldn't get the program to do anything. So from a user standpoint, it was frozen. Oh wow, that car that's broken down on the shoulder right there was actually there yesterday evening when I was heading out to Bullock's. I want to say around 7 p.m. So it's been there nearly 24 hours. That's super unusual. Usually ADOT has a disabled vehicle on the freeway towed with equipment. Whoever's vehicle that is, they're exceptionally lucky, and he should go pick that shit up. Yeah, that's a problem I've dealt with before, and to me, where it makes AAA worth every penny. just to know that, basically a 6 months of AAA is typically cheaper than one government ordered impound tow from breaking down on the freeway. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh look, there goes a butterfly. Sorry, I just noticed that vehicle was on the side of the road. Almost 24 hours ago. So kind of sidetracked. Anyway, I was talking about Wondershare, my YouTube downloader that I use for downloading music videos and karaoke videos from YouTube. So I ended up spending a good portion of my time. Now, granted, I kept working on the YouTube channels, karaoke channels that I was downloading last night, which happened to be CC Karaoke, which is definitely one of the best independent karaoke channels out there. Christopher Baldwin does an amazing job. We email each other from time to time. That dude's, all I can say is that dude is freaking awesome and really dedicated to what he does. And is definitely doing it for the love, because he doesn't really get any money from that channel, because it's all the music is copyrighted by other people, so he's not able to really monetize the channel. But yeah, he does excellent quality work. And then also I was working on Party Time Karaoke's Spanish channel. For whatever reason, Party Time Karaoke keeps their Spanish music on a different YouTube channel than their regular YouTube channel, and I've been trying to do not rear end me, dude. Holy crap. Wish I had a rear-facing camera for that. The guy behind me came really close to rear-ending me. That would have been a pretty fat check for me. I would have finally got my damn bumper fixed. But anyway, yeah, I don't have time for that shit. I just don't have time for that shit. I gotta get to Jesus-looking dude broke down on the side of the road. He managed to coast to a stop underneath the overpass so he could be in the shade. Right there underneath 16th Street. I did check the Google traffic before I headed out. That's why I'm on the freeway, as it showed all green all the way from my place to Bullocks. But yeah, that little spot on the I-10 can go from flying along at 80 miles per hour to a dead stop without much warning. Something you always gotta be ready for driving on the freeways here in Phoenix. Which is why it's stupid to ever tailgate. And that white vehicle right there, that's not just about rear-ended me. And it looked like the driver was holding something up to their mouth when they passed me. They passed me pretty quick right there. Yeah, I generally make a point when I'm driving never, ever, ever to tailgate. If people cut in front of me, so be it. It's frustrating enough. I had 2 accidents last year that were deemed my fault, generally speaking. When I'm in an accident, it's the other driver's fault. So. Anyway, I'm talking about Wondershare and the work I did last night after the show. The show was amazing, by the way. Really, really big turnout. Like, a couple times I had to walk to the bathroom. It was all I could do to get past the sea of people just to get to the bathroom and back. And of course, that comes with the issue of some of the regular singers getting frustrated. Hey, you got my other song coming up? I'm like, yep. Can you tell me when? Nope. I'll get back to you when I get back to you. I had a couple people tipping, but not much, and that was a little frustrating because, of course, the people who were tipping, kept coming up and bugging me about it. It's like, but I tipped you. I'm like, bump you up a little bit, dude, but $2 doesn't buy me a gallon of gasoline, and $2 doesn't put you in front of everybody else. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I was kind of frustrated. I one of my regular singers that I always try to take really good care of, I did have to cut his song out at the end of the night. Which, he never did tip me, so I don't feel as bad about it. But yeah, the decision to cut his song versus somebody else's just kind of came down to time, because he wanted to sing "A House Is Not a Home" by Luther Vandross, which is a fantastic song. I mean, Luther Vandross is a phenomenal artist, and certainly right the target demographics of that show. But and he does a great job singing it as well. Great crowd pleaser. However, it's a 6.5 minute song. So, yeah, there was just it was either cut him or cut 2 other people. So it just ended up being that way. And just for those who don't know, who've never been karaoke DJs, if you're singing at a karaoke bar and you're wanting to improve your odds of getting another song in towards the end of the night, if it's after 1 a.m. at a busy karaoke bar, or after midnight at a bar that stops at 1 a.m., sing short songs. It does improve your odds of getting them in. Because I know I'm not the only other KJ that is forced to do that. You know, that looks at a list of a bunch of songs and looks at a list of a bunch of singers and is like, ooh, you're singing a 5.5 minute song. Nope. Paradise by the Dashboard Light. These people didn't tip me. Nope. Yeah, when I'm going at the end of the night, the people that are singing 3-minute songs are a lot more likely to get in than the people singing 6-minute songs. It's just the way it is. Anyway, so I did add some music afterwards. Gotta give props to Malika. She suggested a song, and I found most of her requests to be pretty solid when she asked to hear something that I'm not familiar with. And she asked to hear this song by WizKid. And the only thing I'm familiar with from WizKid is his contribution to the song "One Dance" by Drake, which I absolutely love that song. Got her to sing that with me. We both kind of butchered it, but whatever. And unfortunately, the WizKid part is in the track, so neither of us had to attempt to sing it. But yeah, WizKid's contribution on that is just kind of almost comes off like a chant. And I'm not sure where he's from, but I mean, it's very Caribbean kind of sounding. But which, of course, half the time when he's singing in English, it's hard for me to make out what the hell he's saying. It's like Sean Paul 2.0. But she suggested a WizKid song, and I'm like, well, okay, what the hell? I'm heading into a break, and she's never steered me wrong on a suggestion yet, and surprised the shit out of me. Like, it just absolutely packed the dance floor, and I was completely unfamiliar with the song. And at this point, I couldn't even. I think it's called Essence. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. It was called Essence. I looked it up. It was a pretty one of those songs that did huge on the R&B hip hop charts. Like, I want to say it was top 3 or top 4 at one point in the R&B hip hop charts last year. And last year, I was, for the most part, I admit it, I was mostly stuck in the past. Not a lot of new songs really cut through to me last year. And I'm trying not to be like that, but as a DJ over 50 that tends to be playing for older crowds, it's easy to lose sight of new music in various genres. So yeah, that one missed my radar, but absolutely packed the dance floor. So as soon as I finished up the show and everybody got out, that was the first thing I moved into my music library. I'm trying to think what I did after that. And I got to work on that when I get in there too. Because I got the first name and the last name reversed in my database, and I got to fix that. That's embarrassing. But somebody sang a Tony Terry song, and one thing I'm really relieved about, I love the way, and this is probably why I buy more karaoke, like purchase tracks from Karaoke Version than any other website, in spite of the fact that Karaoke Downloads .ca and SBI Karaoke are both notably less expensive and both have comparable quality. It's just the website for Karaoke Version is just so damn usable. It was the first place I went to looking for the Tony Terry song, found it, and instead of it being there waiting for me to purchase it, look, we got a deadbeat where pedestrians aren't supposed to be again. ADOT really needs to stop people from doing that. That is such a hazard. I love this station. So I'm listening to 88.7. Never know what they're going to be playing. Like in the last few days, I've heard. This morning I heard something from. I heard the Postal Service, Such Great Heights. Heard a Red Hot Chili Peppers song like in the last week that I'd never heard on the radio. Dark Necessities. Never heard that song on the radio. And now they're playing Fleetwood Mac The Chain. It's insane the just how wide the variety of the mix is on 88.7, but it's about 90% stuff that I like. I mean, I can go from Kanye West to Fleetwood Mac, and I'm there. So yeah, nice. And here comes the loser with the sign. Get the hell off the freeway, dude. Too ugly to prostitute, too honest to steal. I believe half of that. Anyway, my mind was wandering on that sign. Anyway, where was I? So music I was working on last night. Somebody sang that Tony Terry song and downloaded the video, which I apparently hadn't done before. But when I got to Karaoke Version and I looked up the song, instead of it showing as available for me to purchase, where the button would be to add it to my... Yeah, you got a red light, dude. Stop. Where the link would be to add it to my cart, because I'm logged in, there's instead the link switches to say purchased. Click here to download, which is great. I've purchased songs that I've already purchased before on SBI Karaoke. Now I've had a couple times where I've caught it and I've emailed them about it, and they've either refunded me the charge, or usually what they just do is, rather than them hassling with the refund, usually what they do is they just give me credit for another song, and they'll manually email me a different song, which is fine, but I don't always catch it, and sometimes I end up catching it months, even years later. So I feel stupid to email them about something like that, way after the fact. But with Karaoke Version, it's just right there on the website. Already purchased, click here to download. Which of course I did not need to click there to download. That pretty much told me that, it's not in my library. I've already purchased it. It's going to be in the directory where I keep purchases from Karaoke Version that I haven't put in my library yet. And sure as shit, there it was. Bam. Which, granted, I should have been searching there in the first place as opposed to searching on Karaoke Version. Sometimes that's just easier. But yeah, I made a point to actually get that one in the library as well as its corresponding music video. So, although I have the first name and the last name reversed on at least the database, I need to go inside and fix that right now. The other stuff I worked on, other than trying to get things out of the cache in trying to get things out of the cache in Wondershare so it doesn't crash on me, which is frustrating because that doesn't expand my library or anything. That's just boring, tedious work, but it does need to be done, and I'll probably work on that a little bit again today, even though I've got an hour, 15 minutes. So I gotta start breaking down. Anyway, yeah, the other thing, totally self-indulgent on my part, but when I went to karaoke version to look up somebody else's song last night during the show, of course, one of the first things I do, or not first things I do, but as soon as I get handled what I was looking for, I always go to their homepage and I click on new karaoke releases to see what they've most recently released. And right at the top of the list was H by Tool. One of my favorite Tool songs of all time. I don't understand how H was not a hit, how it's not a more popular Tool song. It just, everything I love about Tool, from Maynard being a powerful rock screamer to Maynard singing absolutely beautifully, melodically, it's all there. Introspective lyrics, just everything that's good about Tool but accessible. I find it to be a lot more accessible than a lot of their more mainstream, a lot of their other songs. Anyway, so yeah, that was, Tool H purchase now. I was also sitting, came out, I want to say maybe a month ago, karaoke, also on karaoke version, Hooker with a Penis by Tool, which is not very commercially acceptable because it's full of F-bombs, but hey, it's Tool. I'm getting it. If you don't like it, fuck you, buddy. But anyway, yeah, so I added those. And of course, those were quick and easy to add. It's not like I need to preview a Tool song to know if the karaoke is on point. I mean, I listen to Einema all the way through pretty frequently still. So, and both those songs off the Einema album. So yeah, added both of those. And at that point, I was about ready to leave, and then I ended up rebooting just because it just realized that the bartenders were just going to be there much longer, and noticed the issue I was having with my downloader, and figured, I think I'm just going to sit here and work on the downloader until they're actually ready to leave, which ended up being like, oh my God, I don't think we left until 5:40 in the morning, 5:45 in the morning. It felt weird being here later than I normally, than I normally am at Amazon. That was totally odd to me, but that's what happened. Anyway, did some other stuff in the morning, ran some errands, all pretty boring shit. Anyway, I gotta get inside. Gotta work on my music, break down my stuff. But leave you with some Fatboy Slim. Yeah, love it. We've gone from, on this station, we've gone from Fleetwood Mac to Fatboy Slim, and I'm on board for all of that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. There'll be more later. Yeah, there's been less videos than normal, but just hasn't been much going on with me. So there comes a point where it just not even worth recording or monologuing. You know what I'm saying?